What's up, y'all? It is Monday, March 2nd. Whew, these days going by fast, y'all, but I am so ready for the spring, so ready for the warm weather to come back. And I don't know if I'm ready for this daylight savings time, but I'm ready for the warm weather. I had a really good Sunday. I think I last spoke with y'all on Saturday. So yeah, I had a good Sunday. Of course, I started off with being in the Word. So I listened to a sermon. I rarely watched TV on Saturday, like at least during the day. I just kind of like put some clothes up and I cleaned my bathroom. And then like cleaned my bed sheets and stuff. And then I went out to the grocery store because I had to pick up the things that I forgot to get Saturday. So yeah, I did that. Um, so yeah, Sunday was pretty chill for me. Of course, today was a work day. And work was pretty good. I have no complaints. I mean, I could complain, but what good is that gonna do? We just figure it out and move forward. But of course, I did Bible study today. And y'all, it was something that was said on my Bible study that I had said to myself one time. And also too, like I feel like it was a revelation. But during my Bible study, there was like a heart check, and that's basically when the lady that leads the Bible study, she like asks a couple questions pertaining to either a Bible verse that we just read or a couple of Bible verses. And so I don't remember what the question was, but I remember her saying something along the lines of, oh, it was talking about how the enemy gets in our head. And I can't remember what Bible verse it is, so I'm not gonna refer to the scripture, but it was either in chapter 21 or 22 in the book of Numbers, and I want to say it was 21. Yes, it was 21 because this is where the children of Israel is just crazy. And if we are the children of Israel, why are we so hard-headed? Why are we so hard-headed? But anywho, I'll rant about that later. But basically it was, the devil tries to tell us to, like, let's say for instance with a job, and we are going through some things at work, and then we're just like, oh, the devil tries to tell us, oh, well, if you go to this job, you're not going to have to worry about that over there. And it's like, he has us thinking that we can just change directions and not do the work ourselves. And that is not true. So like I think it was last year. Last year I was going through this myself where, I felt like there was just so many things just coming against me. Like there were so many things. I've never been written up before, and y'all, I got a verbal and my first write up all in the same day. And y'all, I was not having it. I was not having it. I was ready to call it quits right then and there. I was trying to find somewhere to move because I was crochet. And I think this was around the time that I was reading. Sorry, I just ate a salad, so that's why I'm like doing all that with my mouth. I can't remember if I was doing Bible study at that time too, but I was like fresh in it. And I think it was like the early chapters of the book of Job. But I was just like, I'm not going to take this. I'm going to go somewhere else. And something inside of me was like, if you don't change you, then you going to go through the exact same thing no matter where you go. Because a job is going to be a job. There's always going to be a boss that you have to answer to. And there's always going to be things that you're not going to like. And so instead of trying to change the atmosphere, worry about changing yourself. And I was like, you know what, God, you're right. And because this was so long ago, I can't remember how I came to that thought or like what I read or what I was watching. But put two and two together, it clicked for me. And I was like, you know what, you are so right. And so I started to do like the inner work. And so hearing that today, I was like, wow, I was really experiencing that last year. Now, I am still kind of experiencing a little bit of it, but I believe that the point is to not so much focus on the thing that's bringing us this discomfort. It's more so analyzing how we feel and then how we are reacting to that situation. Because things like this is going to happen no matter where you go. And we always think, the grass is greener on the other side. And baby, it don't be. It don't be. And sometimes we really have to do the inner work to overcome these type of situations. And so I just thought that it was so crazy that was something that I had already experienced and it was coming back around. So yeah, I think, we always think that things could be better, but what we also need to think about is things could also be worse. You know, we complain about our jobs or our partners or our parents, and it's like, even me as a kid, like, I used to complain about my mom being so strict and not letting me go to friends' houses that she didn't know and just different things like that. But I'm also, like, now that I'm older, well, back then I was just like, it's unfair because so-and-so was able to do this and their parents let them go here and da-da-da, and I wish I had a new mom. Like, y'all, I was wild as a kid. I used to say stuff like that. Not realizing that, I could have had it worse. I could have had a mother who didn't care for me at all, that didn't care to put food on the table for me, that didn't care to have a roof over my head. I could have been sleeping outside. I could have grew up in shelters. I could have been in a foster home. You get what I'm saying? And of course, as a kid, you don't think that way. But just me as an adult now, like, things could definitely be worse. I could complain about my job or I could not have one. I can collect this paycheck and make it work, or I could not have one at all and don't have a roof over my head, don't have food to put food in my belly, and don't have money to put gas in my car to get to and from. Like, it can always be worse. It may not be exactly what I want it to be right now. And even if it's not exactly what I want, I do have some type of something, you know? I have more than what I did have before I got to this part. So I encourage you all to, like J. Cole said, love yours, love your life, love where you are in life, because it can always be worse. There are people out there that would love to have the things that you and I have.